All right, guys, here are the answers to Chapter 11, homework number 4. Check them out. All right, let me fix the board real quick and we will go through them. Board's been terrible this morning. We'll see how this goes. All right, so, the big thing in most of these problems is that the three angles inside a triangle add up to 180. So in problem 1, 100 plus 43 plus x must add up to 180. That's 143 plus x, which equals 180. And if I subtract 143 from both sides, I end up with x equals 37. Number 2, the three angles have to add up to 180 inside the triangle. So 31 plus 99 plus x must add up to 180, or 130 plus x must add up to 180. And if I subtract 130 from both sides, I end up with x equals 50. It's a nice x, huh? Number 3, again, I'm missing this angle. And the three angles in the triangle have to add up to 180. So I know that 25 plus 90 plus x adds up to 180, or 115 plus x equals 180. And if I subtract 115 from both sides, I get that x equals 65. Number 4, once again, I know that the three angles in the triangle have to add up to 180. So x plus 90 plus 49 adds up to 180. Or x plus 139 equals 180. And if I subtract 139 from both sides, I get x equals 41. Number 5. Again, I know that the three angles in the triangle have to add up to 180. So x plus 70 plus x plus 20 adds up to 180. When I simplify the left side, I get 3x plus 90 equals 180. If I subtract 90 from both sides, I get 3x equals 90. And if I divide both sides by 3, I end up with x equals 30. But I want to find the measure of angle R. So now I'll take my x equals 30 and substitute it in for angle R. And I'll say the measure of angle R equals 30 plus 20, and therefore the measure of angle R equals 50. Number 6. Number 6, again, I know that the three angles have to add up to 180. So x plus 76 plus x minus 19 must add up to 180 degrees. When I simplify that, I get 3x plus 57 must add up to 180. If I subtract 57 from both sides, I end up with, the board is going to kill me. I end up with 3x equals, what is that, 123? And if I divide both sides by 3, 123 divided by 3 is 41. So now that I know x equals 41, I can use that to find the measures of these three angles. Obviously, angle R would just be 41. Angle P would equal 41 minus 19, which is 22. And the measure of angle Q would be 41 plus, holy cow, 41 plus 76. 41 plus 76, which is 117. Number 7. If the measures of two angles are 119, what's the measure of the third angle? Well, again, no picture this time, but I know two angles in a triangle, and I know that when I add all three of them together, it has to equal 180. So this would be 119 plus the third angle equals 180. And if I subtract 119 from both sides, I get x equals 61. The third angle is 61. In number 8, I have the measure of angle B is 130. The measure of angle C is 110. Find the measure of angle A. So again, I know that the three angles in the triangle, angle A plus angle B plus angle C, have to add up to 180. That gives me angle A plus 140 has to add up to 180. And if I subtract 140 from both sides, I get that angle A would have to be 40. All right, let's try this one more time. That brings us to number 9. An art class is designed to put an entrance. And the sign is in the shape of a triangle. Right? One angle is 87, and another, which is 42. What is the measure of the third angle? So I see I've drawn a picture. The three angles have to add up to 180. So x plus 42 plus 87, we know that has to add up to 180. I'd add my numbers together and get 129. And if I subtract 129 from both sides, I get x equals 51. So the third angle would be 51 degrees. Number 10. A company making different size statues that are in the shape of an hourglass, find angle x. Okay, well, because these two angles, because it's unbelievable. Okay, let's try it one more time. Okay, so because this angle is 70 degrees, I know that this angle is also 70 degrees because those are vertical angles. And then I can use the fact that the three angles in the triangle have to add up to 180. So 65 plus 70 plus x has to add up to 180. Again, when I add my numbers together, I get 135 plus x equals 180. And subtracting 135 from both sides, I get x must be 45 degrees. Number 11, a ramp is being built to a building to help with deliveries. The angle at the bottom of the ramp is 37.2. Find the exact measure of the other acute angle. All right, well, we know this angle right here is 90 degrees because it's got the right angle symbol in it. So I can use the fact that all three angles add up to 180 degrees, or 37.2 plus 90 plus x must add up to 180. Adding my numbers together, I get 127.2 plus x adds up to 180. And if I subtract 127.2 from both sides, I get 52.8. So the third angle is 52.8 degrees. Number 12. In triangle ABC, angle B is 5 times angle A, which is marked right here. And angle C is 7 less than 4 times A, which is marked right there. Find the measure of angle B. Again, I can use the fact that all three angles in the triangle must add up to 180. So x plus 4x minus 7 plus 5x adds up to 180. When I add my like terms together, I get 10x minus 7 equals 180. I would add 7 to both sides and get 10x equals 187. And if I divide both sides by 10, I get x equals 18.7. I am supposed to find the measure of angle C. Find the measure of angle B. So, angle B is 5 times x. So angle B would equal 5 times 18.7, or the measure of angle B would equal, let's see, 93.5. There we go. And last up, I think, number 13, in triangle ABC, all right, I like to draw a picture here. So I've got triangle ABC. The measure of angle B is 1/3 the measure of angle A. So I'm going to make A be x, and this will be 1/3 x. And C is 37 less than A, so this will be x minus 37. What are the measures of the angles? So again, I'm going to use the fact that the three angles add up to 180. And I'm going to say x plus 1/3 x plus x minus 37 adds up to 180. When I add my like terms together, I would get 2 and 1/3 x, oh mercy, minus 37 equals 180. If I add 37 to both sides, I would have 2 and 1/3 x equals 217. And if I divide both sides by 2 and 1/3, I would get that x is equal to 93. Again, I got that by dividing by 2 and 1/3 on both sides. So, now that I know x is 93, I can say angle A is x, so the measure of angle A is 93. The measure of angle B is 1/3 times 93. And 1/3 of 93 is 31. And the measure of angle C is 93 minus 37. And that's going to be 56. And I have found all three angle measures. Hope that helps.